does not seem to work. So I'm going to quickly put this on Twitter so people know. Live stream again. I apologize, I don't know why that happened. Okay, I'm just doing a live stream here. Just want to check something. Please message me if you can hear me, so that I can know that my voice is going out to your end. Again, I apologize. I don't know why this is happening a few times. Try to do a live stream, it doesn't work the first time. I don't know if it's Streamlabs, I don't know if it's the Wi-Fi or the internet, I don't know. But it seems to take me the second attempt for the live stream to connect. The first time, just not connecting. I don't know what it is. Very frustrating. So anyway, this is from Executive Attendance Review. For those of you who don't know, Astrodome was run by Lyndon Rouge. Though while these people are controlled opposition, they have interesting information. Central to the reorganization of the KGC, which is Ku Klux Klan, was Judah P. Benjamin, who was Jewish, who relinquished his British citizenship when he served the U.S. Senate for the Confederacy. Right after the assassination of Lincoln, Benjamin escaped to England, where he worked for the London Telegraph and later became the Queen's Counsel for Lancashire. Isn't that interesting? In 1865, the KKK was founded on the leadership of General John T. Morgan, General Albert Pike, followed the Freemasons in the South, and a small group of Confederate officers. What is less known that the knife of the KKK was Judah Benjamin's brainchild. Prior to his escape to England, Benjamin met with top Confederate military leadership to establish the basis for the consecration of this visible empire of the KKK. The finance will be provided by Dr. Kutner Baruch of the B'nai B'rith. Again, it's a Jewish. Now, I'm not going to spend too much time, but what's interesting about Judah P. Benjamin, this is what I did already. In Gematria, his name in the reduction cipher equals 56. And we all know what 56 is, don't we? The number of the pandemic. So many 56 stories this year and last year. And Society of Jesus equals 56. Like Michael Jordan 56. So undoubtedly, this man, Judah P. Benjamin, is very undoubtedly, despite being a Zionist Jew, he's also a Jesuit agent. So there you go. It seems like they use Jews to implicate them in the founding of a lot of these, very racist cult groups or Masonic groups. When you discover that, there you are. It's another layer, and it's a Jesuits. Just want to say, can anyone hear me in the chat group? Just message me now. Just message me, please. Now, this was in this Mirror. Normally don't cover this. New super variant COVID-22 could be more dangerous than Delta, expert claims. And what's interesting, COVID-22 equals 56, like the Society of Jesus 56, like coronavirus 56, like Microsoft 56, like Washington DC 56. Again, another 56 story. And COVID, backwards is Divock. And what's interesting, Divock is the term derived, this is from Dr. Savage. That was Dr. Savage. It's derived from the word Divock, which is an evil spirit capable of possessing other creatures, and it's believed to be a suffering soul of the dead. The book is the soul of an evil person who wants to evade the punishment and tries to stay on this dimension by possessing another body. Well, hopefully I don't get any strikes for covering COVID, because I don't want to say too much, otherwise they'll just slap me medical information again. So I hope I don't get any problems. Oh, I like this. This is from on the 23rd. We will soon feel the impact of bumper revolution in Afghanistan. And Chris Dorsey, as he rightly points out, the evacuation provides perfect cover for global opium trafficking. That's what it's all about. Tony Blair, as I uploaded, I did a video on him earlier, just maybe was it 20, maybe about 20 minutes, 15 minutes ago. Tony Blair. This is from Thomas Addison. 7 killed on the 7th day of the 22nd of August. Death equals 228 in Sumerian. Oh, it's just to convene the G7 after 7 more killed. 7. God, man. This is from John Schwartz. The brother of the Afghan president and a suspected player in the country's booming drug trade. And this is opium trade, drug trade. Ahmed Wali Karzai. Hamid Karzai. Is it Hamid Karzai's brother? No. Ahmed Wali Karzai. Ahmed Wali Karzai. '92, like Masonic 92. And he's a drug runner, and CIA know who he is, or, well, drug dealer. And the word drug dealer is 58, like Freemasonry. Well, we know who does the world's drugs, it's the Catholic Church, using their proxies like, CIA. Someone mentioned it, Catholic Church is CIA, Catholic Church. Same with I've got a book called Red Cocaine that I like to show you. It talks about, we often hear about Western drug trading, but we never talk about the fact that they do it as well. But they're all highly recommended book. I know it's written by a guy who worked for the John Birch Society, which is controlling opposition, which cover up a lot of stuff, but sometimes, maybe in the future I would like to share my commentary on some of these books, read from them. Obviously, Zach's books and Arthur's book and Dan's book, they're probably much better because they are more deeper than these books are, but what I'm trying to say is that China, Russia, America, Britain, you got stories about them involved with the drug trade, it all goes back to Catholic Church. Red Cocaine, because they control them. Red Cocaine, which was a book, 77, like Zionist, 58, like Freemasonry. Don't think anyone's there, but I'll just carry on for the time I have. And if I got time, I think I'm going to read some this is from Dan's book. What's the name again? I always forget his name. The Synchromistic. Called The Synchromistic by Dan Baran. He has his own YouTube channel. Highly recommended channel. So there's this book. This is an e-book I have from the Kindle. Download on my phone. calendar system goes hand in hand with gematria. The best place to look for these connections is how far away an event happens from someone's birthday, which is what many decoders do, and which I do as well. Many of the media sources are important to this, especially when we hear celebrity deaths dying. No surprise to see that a celebrity died a certain amount of days from their birthday, aligning with the name in gematria. It doesn't always work this way because some die in connection to what they were famous for, but it's always one or the other in my years studying this. We calculate time between dates. This can be utilized at gematrianative.com. Click on the date that says time between dates and enter dates you want to compare. I use the website timeanddate.com. I think I've got the app which I use. Sometimes Gematro, which is another gematria calculator, I use that as well for time and dates. And because it's perfect layout, what he's saying. I want to note that we've been using the calendar since the year 1582, and modern English is said to have been completed around the year 1550. Seems that the Gregorian calendar was created to coincide with the modern English language, especially when studying this knowledge and seeing how much they sync up. I would use a few other calendar systems in this book, but you will see why both they were important when they get here. For example, 2019 there was a major theme involving the word Julian in the media, so I started comparing Julian calendar states, found that it was important. I'll look at a few examples of how the calendar syncs up so you can better visualize what I mean. Donald Trump's impeachment, 14th of June to the 18th of December in the same year, 2019, 187 days, or 6 months or 4 days. Third president to be impeached. Trump's birthday is on the 6/14 to 187 days, 6 or 4 days. Then there's another date to the next one, 179 days, or 5 months, 27 days. If you go from the day Trump was impeached to his next birthday, it's 179 days, or 5 months, 27 days. The word impeached, 64, and 179 reverse. So, what he's saying that the impeachment is perfectly scripted here. I won't go on too long because I don't want to spoil the whole book, but that's an example of what he's talking about in the book, how these political events sync up with their birthdays. So let me just cover a number of things. This is interesting. Afghanistan again. Our country spent 300 million every day for 20 years in Afghanistan.
This is crazy. Like, you can't make this stuff up.
America they're showing? I'm not sure. Must be America. We're trying to say we spend so much money abroad, but we don't spend it at home to look after our own people. This is a fascinating one. However, Al-Qaeda has repeatedly alleged that ISIS works for CIA. Al-Qaeda, previous Afghan president, another stooge. Going spotted US helicopters transforming terrorists. Well, the Taliban. Now, this is limited. This is what I call limited hangout, because what it doesn't mention is that whether they talk of the United States, Russia, China, Britain, whoever else, they're all part of the same club, same group. All these terror groups, they're all controlled by the Catholic Church. because it's all one big club. You've got to understand. More like this. At a time when the UK League would have probably get destroyed over Afghanistan in the democratic media system in the UK, Wildcard can rely on its extensive media access to give it free PR. What he's saying is media, which is obviously controlled by the intelligence services, sorry, I'm not going to continue here. What Mark Curtis is saying, I'll find it again. Don't know why I looked away. I mean, that comment, basically the media, they don't expose anything. They just cover up they're just covering up for their handlers. They're tenders handlers. That's what they're doing. They don't care. They don't cover news. They're part of the psyop. They're just signing up people, the population pretty much. So we don't know what's happening. Learn this code, then you can see through the bullshit. This is an interesting story. If I can't cover it now, I might cover it later. Katie Price, she was known as Jordan, a former model, had been assaulted. Okay, not much details, but I think I'll just screenshot this so I can use it as a reference. Katie Price assaulted 32-year-old man. After half one in the morning. Katie Price. Katie Price, 65, reflection of Society of Jesus. She's an actress, of course, taking part in psyops. Don't know, we don't know if it's true or not. It's hard to know. I might cover more of that because I haven't got time now. So I might try the live stream later or some other later date. See you soon.